Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 7. In the last episode, we beat Cloudman and Junkman, and now we have one more Robot Master to go, at least for the time being, and that is Freezeman. I think that's Freezeman. Let's go ahead and play Freezeman. And I was wrong on the name again. Let's see here. What are we going to do here? Well, obviously we're going to have to deal with ice physics and whatnot and sliding around, as you can see. Or you're about to soon see. But we also have plenty of enemies, such as these giant polar bear enemies. Apparently, using the charge shot does a lot of good here because you can do a little more damage in less time. And of course, we'll be traveling in and out of little cave areas. And I got a little bit too close. Got a little bit too close there too. Stupid ice physics. That reminds me, I still need to show a certain thing off now that I picked up a bunch of bolts. How am I doing on bolts, by the way? 90. Okay. I think I should be fine for the time being. I seem to be doing very well in the game right now. Oh, and these shield enemies are back. You're going to have to shoot them from behind in order to get rid of them. And these little ice platforms, they crumble as you stand on them, and eventually they will break completely, and you just want to be very careful when you do that. Also, these robots, they shoot down these little icicles, which you can stand on once they hit the little spike things. And that was not a good idea. Let me move a little further back. There we go. You can destroy the icicles, and while I could wait for that guy to drop his icicle, if I just shoot him with two regular Mega Buster shots, I'll be able to get him out of the way okay. Alright. We're going to use Rush Coil to get up here. And this is a thing that I like to do. If I can do it. Well, it looks like I may have to... No, I can't. I was able to do it in the practice run okay, but I can't seem to jump off the very edge now for some reason. Well, that is the H that we'll need for spelling out the word rush and getting the rush power adapter, which I will need later on. There is a thing that we can still get. And I'd love to grab it. Thankfully, it's a lot easier than grabbing the H that we missed out on earlier. Now, thankfully, we got Rush Jet down in Junkman stage. I'm going to use it to keep flying over to the right. And from there, we get a new power-up, Rush Search. And I am waiting on you. And I thought I would not make that jump, but thankfully I did. And we have yet another polar bear that I want to fight off. I'm going to wait for this guy to shoot his ice crystals at me, like he always does. This one in particular also causes icicles to come down from the ceiling. And you just want to... He alternates between the ice crystal attack and the icicles. But he's still just as easy as ever to take down. And we can get the E-Tank that is behind him. We can get the energy can. And from here, I'm going to use Rush Coil to jump up over here because I do not trust my regular jump from where the E-Can was, the energy can, to get up there. For some reason, I have the hardest time doing it. And now we have these little sleds that are carrying these little balls. And when the balls pop out, they will fall and roll towards you, and eventually they will stop moving and explode. As long as you destroy the little sleds and keep moving forward, you shouldn't have a problem. Now, we have Junk Shield. We're going to use this against Freezeman. Freezeman comes out of his little ice cocoon there, and we can fight him. Interesting thing of note, kind of like Skullman in the fourth game, he does not move until you do, and he taunts you until you do. I like this little detail. Anyway, you want to have the ice, or rather the junk shield around you at all times. You want to wait until he stops freezing, or rather stops flashing to hit him, and then you can smack him with the junk shield again. By playing keep away with Freeze Man until he stops flashing after a hit from the junk shield, you will kind of maximize the use of the junk shield, thankfully. The freeze cracker fires ice bullets, doesn't it? Yes, and the bullets will split when they hit the ground. Interesting thing about the freeze... I should probably wait for the game to say freeze cracker before I call it the freeze cracker. You can hold up or down and aim it upwards or downwards. I did not know this until my first time playing through the game near the end. But yeah, you can make it move up or down slightly if you hold up or down prior to shooting the freeze cracker. Also, I need to mention Freeze Man's attacks. He can freeze the ground, and if you're on the ground when the ground is turning to ice, you will get caught. Thankfully, that's what the junk shield is there for, to kind of protect you a little bit. And he can cause icicles to come down from the ceiling. He can also shoot the freeze cracker at you and freeze you too. So you want to watch out for that. Anyway, I've left this password on for long enough. It's time to go to not another stage, but rather something else. Welcome home, Mega Man. Dr. Light, what do you think of Bass? Yeah, his name's coming up again. We haven't seen him since the introduction. His actions don't seem to indicate a threat. I don't believe he is our enemy. What is this? Wily is attacking the Robot Museum. You must leave now, Mega Man. And from here, we enter the Robot Museum. We have little Metar hedges clipped into the shape of a Metar. In the foreground, you have Snake Man and Blizzard Man. Plant Man is there in the background, so is Flame Man. That little dome there is strangely destroyed. There's Pharaoh Man and I believe, yeah, that is Heat Man. And further in the background, I'm not sure if you can see it, there is another robot. It doesn't look very descript, but I want to think it's Quint from Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. Also, there's a little wheel robot up there in the upper right-hand corner. And in here is Skull Man and Ring Man. There's a bust of Guts Man. Dr. Wily is running away with it. So this is where the Robot Masters go when you defeat them. But of course, Dr. Wily is going to buy himself some time, so he's going to send this Jester Robot after us. Let's equip the Thunderbolt and shoot this thing in the head. Ow. Now when we shoot this thing in the head with the Thunderbolt, we will do some damage. Also, we will knock it clean off the Jester Robot's body. Apparently, being close to this thing when it's on the ground will do us some good. And I just need one more hit. There we go. So yeah, not a very hard boss the jumping Jester Robot is. Mega Man, it's a disaster. Wily and his robots are rampaging through the middle of the city. I probably should have waited before speaking. Get going! And just like that, we get another password. I'm going to leave it on there for a couple of seconds. And soon we will be taking on the second set of Robot Masters, which should be fun. I like how there's a few Metars in the background there. That's interesting. Nice to see that the classic Mega Man saga, as I like to call it, has its own whimsical little thing going on, and Mega Man X at this point, and pretty much always, has had more of a darker, grittier looking edge to it. And just like that, we have 4 more Robot Masters. From upper right to upper left, we have Slash Man, Shade Man, Turbo Man, and Spring Man. I should have said clockwise from upper right. That would have made more sense. But before I go, I need to take care of 2 things. One is to press select on the Robot Master select screen. When you do this, you go to the shop. This is where you can spend your bolts and trade them in for other things. And your total is over there on the right. Welcome to Big Eddie's. I'm Otto, Dr. Light's #1 student. Unfortunately, I've lost one of my bolts, and so I have a couple of screws loose. If you find my Hyper Bolt, I would appreciate it if you bring it back here. We will have to find it eventually. You don't have to do this to beat the game, but we will be doing it in this Let's Play. Anyway, I'll try my hardest. I'll make items out of any other bolts you may find. Select the item you want me to make. There is the exit thing, but I can't buy it. So we have 1-ups. We can buy the E-cans that fully charge your energy meter when you use one. Guess best against Robot Masters and bosses. They have the W-can, which fully charges the weapon's energy. We have the exit, which we're going to have to buy for 200 bolts, and we have no... We don't even have... We're still not even halfway to it yet. But if we were to buy it, we could exit a stage we've already completed any time without having to go through it. And this is a beat whistle. We're going to have to find beat first in order to use it. Yes, we have to find beat again, and once again, he saves you from falling into a pit if you happen to have one in your inventory. I'm just going to press B for now to get out of here, and we're going to try this. We're going to go for that H again. Hopefully this will not be ultra comical and take me a zillion minutes. That's the plan anyway. And let me do this one more time. There we go. We're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking to get to the H, but I think we should be able to get there. I just need to remember to leap off the very edge. And thankfully, I'm at the right distance this time. There we go. And I'm just going to get you out of the way. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab the bolt, why not? I should be sliding around a little bit just to make things a little easier on myself. There we go. Go ahead and get those things out of the way. And let's make sure to jump over the edge there. At the very edge, I should say. And there we go. There should be another one waiting on you. Okay then. Time for rush coil action again. Now, what if we can, but you gotta be quick? I thought so. Well, that was fun. And you know what? No. I'd rather just... Yeah, I'd rather just do it this way. Get in some more time here. Thankfully, this won't take long. And I could get another E-tank. that way too. I want to get some more bolts and another E-tank, because I could definitely need those. Let's see here. Right. That's right, the Rush Jet. I forgot to mention what Rush Search does, since I found it at this very area. What it does is that it allows you to look for things inside the ground in a certain spot. Sometimes you'll find nothing useful, like a useless thing such as a broken doll or even a Game Boy, which sadly isn't worth anything. Yes, you can find a random Game Boy, but it doesn't give you anything if you do. Sometimes you can find bolts, sometimes you can find energy, but there are specific spots in the game where you can actually find things, such as a huge bolt or a huge energy pickup or a huge weapon pickup. It's rather nice to have if you know where to use it. Thankfully, those places are not random, though the things you may pick up are. But some things are fixed, and those are some rather special items that you're going to find, such as a big bolt worth 100 bolts. I'll go ahead and do Rush Coil here and get the other energy tank, because why not? There we go. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and destroy some sleds, get some bolts. And this time I made it through that part perfectly. That was nice. And since we defeated Freeze Man, we don't have to fight him anymore, which is awesome. I'm pretty sure this is the same password, but I'm going to leave it up for a few more seconds all the same. So this went a little longer than I expected, because I didn't get the H like I should have. I should have used Rush Jet the first time around. But again, you have to be quick in order to do that. And from here, I might as well cut it, because I've done 2 levels for this video. I'm counting the Robot Master, or the Robot Museum level, rather, as a level, kind of like I did the intro stage. And from here, we should be able to start a little more evenly. So, join me next time when I take on 2 more Robot Masters. Yes, I'm going to have to face Slash Man first, and then I'm going to have to take on Spring Man afterwards. Right. Thankfully, I can remember the Robot Master order in this game a little better than I did in previous games. I'm still going to have to figure out the weaknesses for everything that goes on in the Wily Castle after that. That'll be interesting. So, until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!